I guess start off by telling me the pre-production on this sounds incredible. The work that you did with the kids, almost through correspondence.
Yes. Well, you know, I had the two of them, Jared Gilman, Kara Hayward. I had them try to act out the story a bit before we started the movie, and that includes these two 12-year-olds who have fallen in love, and they correspond for a year in the story. So they wrote letters to each other, which I don't know if they had ever written letters to anybody. They've grown up in a different age, but they also trained in different ways, canoeing and archery, and she read continuously because a big part of her character is that she's a huge reader. She loves books.
Coming into this, you both had to make a video to send to Wes Anderson.
Yes, we did. I did one with a local casting director because my dance teacher told me there was an open call going on near where I live. So that's where I went. I figured I'd try it. So I had fun with it.
I just auditioned. I have a manager and I was going out on auditions at the time, and I think my first audition was in September of 2010, so yeah. And then it took about 6 months for me to be cast.
What he did was, when I got there, well, he told me to grow my beard long because I didn't have a beard, so he said, start it today. You know, actually he said start it 2 weeks ago, is what he said. I'm like, it's only now, I can only do it now. And he gave me a great costume, which I learned about very early, relatively early on, because he's very, very careful about how he dresses people and what sets he puts them into and how he shoots them. So that, to me, was a great education, basically. Seeing what I would look like.
Is there something freeing about writing for kids? One of the things I noticed was there's certain lines in here that if you gave them to an adult would be tricky to sell with the sincerity that kids can sell.
Yeah, I think there's a simplicity to the way kids often communicate, or at least they often know the thing they want now and what they'd like to see happen immediately, and they don't really have that much of a sense of the ways that it can go wrong and the consequences. And so there's something kind of direct. When they meet, their first conversations can be very, very blunt, and they ask each other questions that would not be considered polite for adults.
I was reading that he gave you both specific things to study and prepare for the roles.
Yeah, he had me do canoeing lessons and cooking over an open fire lessons, fish flipping, and he also had me watch the movie Escape from Alcatraz, because the characters are kind of similar in the sense that Sam and Clint Eastwood's character are both like very resourceful and very capable.
He had me watch a lovely film called Melody, just for inspiration on the character.
He showed me he had made a little DVD of the narrator for the first section of the movie, because I would say I didn't know that when I read the script. I just thought I came out and talked. And it was like, no, every line that I said was in a different location, but he sort of keeps the narrator in the same frame. So it's almost like you're at a travelogue and somebody's clicking and the background's changing, but I actually, of course, was in each location. And that was very informative. So he didn't really tell me too much other than that.
I did get to see the books a lot. I was around them quite a bit, and I felt like if these were real books, they would hold such a fascinating world inside. I really wish they were real.
I do too. I want to read them. And you have your character's very serious. Is that something that's very easy for you to slip into?
Very like serious deadpan type thing. Well, I guess so, since I'm just getting into my character and that's what my character is, then I guess, yeah. But usually I'm very, in real life.
Can you tell me about why was it important for you to set it in the 60s and in New England?
Well, I think, in New England, mainly because there's an island that inspired this place where the movie takes place, a real island. And it's an island that you can only go there by boat, and there are no cars, and there are no shops. There's one little farm. There's only a small number of very old houses. And when you visit this place, it's like stepping back.